Fnatic's MO.
So going back to last year's Worlds when Syndra was kind of out of control and Vladimir was there as well, and Vladimir was the counter pick, what happened was there was a kind of a development of Syndra wins in terms of she can shove the wave harder than Vladimir early and roam and kind of take over the jungle, but she loses one-on-ones after he gets some MR and some HP. Look for Schernfire, but Schernfire's actually bottom to punish this lane. He's actually going to get in here as they see him. They'll see if they can make it out.
Okay, yeah, Sneaky's going to come down. Schernfire looking for it, flashes forward, but does not quite get the stun. There it is, Permafrost comes down. King's looking for the kill. The slow's in there. First blood goes to Destiny. That's absolutely fine. Get the cow moving. Get
Sneaky, no flash. And once again, they shoved in. Cloud9 are kind of trying to flex on them.
Well, Headbutt Pole comes down once again. Grand Entrance doesn't get King, who can still get this damage. Schernfire comes back. We've got a teleport for C9. Impact wants to get his way in here. Sneaky, the Ren comes down, but Destiny grabs another kill. King's gonna fall as Impact comes in, but Chippies is there as well. God, this cow is so bloodthirsty. It's a killing spree for Destiny. Contracts turns up. He wants that extra gold, but 2 versus 3 is not something that you want to go for.
Yeah, this has been fantastic from the Dire Wolves, but
Chippies.
3 and 0 for the Alistar. Oh, the flash forward, the stun.
Yep, the stun comes in. Destiny gets the
damage,
pulverize. So much damage comes out as Chippies flags and drags his way forward. Impact gets one back, but it's 5-2 for the Dire Wolves.
And it will put you on the very far side, like the double distance of your flash, because your E will go through. But then your E has that thing that will track and deal damage to the closest enemy. What happened was he didn't do it fast enough. Because if you flash E...
Well, speaking of which, that's going to be a dead impact on the top side. Chippy sends his regards if they want to.
He's taking the jungle because Contracts is just sitting there.
But this is fantastic for the Direwolves solo lanes. We were talking about Direwolves needing to play their style, and this is exactly their style. It's leave the solos on an island and let things work as
They saw him back, they're going to go.
And the arrow is going to land as well. Smoothie not going to be able to get out of this one. Throws down the quickness as there's the flash forward. Nails it onto Sneaky. He's going to explode. King gets the autos. Can he actually find the kill? The heal's there. That's going to mean it's enough. As Destiny just playing underneath this turret. Tanks it forever. The Ignite should be able to get the shutdown, but the money goes to Smoothie. For ultimate defensive prowess.
Yeah, so let's talk about this really quickly because Gold lead, almost like 900. It's been back and forth between 900, 800, 1,000. And we're looking at a large lead in kills, though, for Cloud9.
Fnatic's just not really too worried here. Actually going for the 1v2. Gets it back from the Hemo Plague.
Dive on the bottom. C9's bottom lane can't catch a break.
Oh my god, the double knockup comes in. Chippies makes it 3. Sneaky's going to be eviscerated. And Smoothie says, oh god, I gotta get out of here. The fate was calling, and
just a bonanza in the bottom lane.
How did that miss?
Now you have to look at Jensen if you're a C9 fan, because right now they gotta camp this lane, they gotta kill Fnatic.
Oh, his flash is so close to coming back, but Impact is going to be able to grab that kill.
And that'll be the turret. The one thing that C9 has going for them is that Jensen has a lane advantage in terms of his CS, and he's the only person on the team who has...
Oh, they are going to converge on this very, very quickly.
Does that go over the wall?
Sneaky moves over the wall, yeah. And Jensen, there's the flash from Destiny, wants to find it. The pulverize, he's waiting for it. Fantix comes in, arrow's gonna land, but Sneaky, he turns up. Hemoplay, is it gonna be enough? Fantix picks up the kill as Smoothie gets the quickness, and that's gonna be the end of the Vladimir. In trouble is Chippies, and he's gonna go down as well, and Sneaky finds his way back into the game. Direwolves, as far as late game is concerned, they're still feeling fine. Of course, Ashe scales great, does have a lot of utility that she can throw forward. Chippy's going to be able to disrupt things with Schernfire as well, and they will be tanky bodies alongside Destiny. And we all know what Vladimir can do. Does a heck of a lot of work. And okay, lining this one up. Arrow of Destiny will pierce the heavens as Destiny. Perfect follow-up. Schernfire in there as well, and they're going to punish Jensen.
This is just a stun after stun after stun.
1-2. Yeah, I guess that kind of works.
That's what's been their MO so far, but they're waiting for that Baron to spawn and trying to keep control of the river because they have all those outer turrets down and they have the Vladimir in the side lane. They're just trying to keep control of the top and the mid and try to keep some type of split push. But right now, C9 are saying, nope, up the gut, go down the mid.
Well, it is going to be 4 versus 5 in favor of C9. So with Fantix only now moving himself over, this could be a potential problem. Schernfire still feeling aggressive, but doesn't want to take too much free damage.
Vlad flank on the side. They got to do something here. Nice!
Massive ultimate comes down. Destiny with the follow-up as that's a massive amount of damage onto Fantix. He did nothing this fight, and now C9, they're turning it. The Rupture Rupture comes in, Chippies finds the kill into Jensen, but sacrifices himself. Is used as a good disengage for Direwolves, but it's a 2 versus 1.
To stop that scatter of the weak, stop them from actually killing them off.
And it also would have been before Direwolves disengaged from that fight at the same time. At that point, Chippies is just trying to get whatever he can from the situation, whereas it could have been King actually following through with a lot of extra damage. Speaking of which, that's going to flash in. Yeah, Quickness is going to get all the charms, and Jensen explodes the Ashe in a matter of seconds. This game back, they can just play it slow and steady, get themselves towards some late game victories, because a lot of their team fighting late game has been great. King taken down to about half of his health bar. Smoothie goes in once again. That's going to be Destiny gets charmed, so can't quite get the pole as he's ticking up towards that stun. Oh god, Impact. He's just going to eat the Ashe for breakfast. Sneaky gets his way out as well. Chippies dives forward, wants another desperation kill, but he's going to get punished. Fantix yelled at and destroyed as Jensen grabs the kill in the end, and they should be able to move over towards this Baron. Shern is alive, but I could imagine that not for long if he gets anywhere near that Baron pit.
It's the trickle in, and we're seeing these last few engages be C9 hitting the go button. Direwolves, we saw them hitting the go button early.
Oh dear.
And Contracts wants none of those smite steals.
Well, that was cute. Winter's Wrath actually landing, getting the stun. Shern moves over, wanted the Arctic Assault, doesn't get it, and the Baron's going to die. But he stayed alive for longer than he should have.
Yeah, now C9. That went from being only 300 gold.
In the Vladimir. He's not going to be able to hold them off underneath this turret, especially with the extra magic resist these creeps have. C9 not looking to stop here. Chippies has to back himself out. He has no teleport, so of course C9 not scared about this at all. Shernfire, what are you doing up that far? He is very, very tanky, but it's not going to be enough to save the turret. There's the movement. They do get the massive knockup. Jensen in trouble as Chippies wants to flash his way in, but the Rupture is going to be there to stop him. Cataclysm comes down as Impact. They're just trying to get him out of the way. King free hitting in the backline, but it's just not enough. C9, so much damage as Sneaky jumps his way forward. Contracts, not a lot of mana, but he has the auto attacks, and Sneaky gets over the side. They're going to take down the inhibitor, and can they even push through and win the game?
They might be able to. They have a large minion wave here. They have Baron buff. This is 25 minutes in a game that Direwolves were in the advantage for so many.
So incredibly long, but it's just not going to be enough. C9 looking much like what WE were able to do. The Nexus turrets are going to fall down. Direwolves desperately trying to make something happen. Chippy's not going to be able to, as he's going to be taken down. We have respawns coming in, but with no top laner for a long time, it's still a 4 versus 4. Smoothie makes his way back in. This guy has been playing like an absolute god today. Fantix with the Zhonya's, but that's just going to prolong the inevitable as Destiny gets over the side. Smoothie gets the grand entrance. He's still alive somehow as Fantix is obliterated. Double kill for Jensen, proving himself on this one. Triple kill exactly, and he's going to take down the Nexus. C9, it was more difficult this time, but they're now 4-0 in the group.
And they will have #1 in their group moving on to the play-in knockout stage, and that is a heartbreak.
Switch the champions and get to see them do the same matchup. If one person manages to win it both times, then you pretty much know this is simply the better player.
Yeah, to me it's almost like the statement game if you are able to win on both sides of the matchup, even if one side's the losing matchup. In this case, Jirol is the one who is not recalling. Kira's going to go towards the Catalyst build, so he should be going towards the Abyssal Mask build, presumably. May do Rod of Ages, however, as Jarvan is not a magic damage dealer, and so it might be more efficient to have that AP as Seiya still going.
Diamondprox just cannot catch a break. He gets invaded time and time again, tries to walk over and smite the big chicken, but it has lost its patience and will not be taken just yet.
Staios is coming down, though. He might have the jump.
Staios jumping in, Counter-Strike active, really threatening onto Audi here, who needs to find a way to get away from this one. No longer has his flash available. Staios trying to jump in there, might be able to find the first blood, and it goes over to Diamond. And the angle he's looking for, so not going to find that payoff just yet. Staios looking pretty comfortable in this matchup, 1v1 topside now on the Jax. Even though the Camille has better itemization through the Phage, he's really not worried about it. But now, Jirol with more health, more mana,
to this.
might be able to win this fight. Issues the Hextech ultimatum, the Galio coming in, and it might just be an outplay. Nope! See you later, Jirol grabbing the kill. Jax, like the Camille, you get so much value out of it. I would expect to see a fight for that sooner than later, but if a fight does break out on that end of the map, you do have an advantage on the side of Gambit Esports, considering they have TP available there for the top lane.
Expertly traded to an extent from Staios just there as well in the top lane, and to bring it back, as they are going to fight for this blue buff a little bit first. Drake is a place they could look towards, but this seems to be like the higher immediate priority and the safer priority that they can look towards. Gambit want this blue buff.
Let's see if Seiya and Adi can defend here. Blue buff down below 1,000 HP. Taunt coming out from Seiya. Counter-strike on Staios, keeping himself alive. Giral trying to jump in there with the hook shot. Diamond Prox potentially going to be caught out here. Trying to flash over the wall. Doesn't find his way out just yet, but Giral going to be the one almost going down. Seiya grabbing the kill onto Diamond as Giral falls as well. 1 for 1 so far.
Moment and, you know, a window of opportunity for Gambit to make a play adverse on the other side of the rift if they choose, just by being able to unlock their Jax.
Want to go ahead and comment on the same thing that we saw yesterday? Giral versus Staios. Not the Trinity Force versus Trinity Force rush on both of these. We are seeing the Ninja Tabby on Staios first. Burton Paul opens up bottom lane, not to accomplish much of anything,
No,
quite
he was
honestly.
trying to clear the wave, but Braum exists.
And now Staios interrupting the hook shot from Giral, trying to keep him here long enough for Diamond Prox to show up and
He's diving.
make this gank happen. Diamond wanting to get in there. Nice cask!
From downtown, so they lock it down. Giral's gonna die. Yeah,
And so we're just going to see a little bit of Australia lanes.
we are.
Because you're Australian, and now this gets to make sense. Because we're doing the Australian and not Australian co-cast. We're just like the top lanes.
Thank you very much. They're engaging.
Now we've got the engage, the stun. Kira trying to get himself away, but the team collapses and manages to find themselves the damage. White Lotus grabbing the kill credit on that one.
I think Gambit just snuck away the Herald throughout all of this, so at the same time.
On a picks and 3-buffing the enemy team. They want to see those same kind of moves. And now it's Staios. Might potentially
they're
find himself in
engaging.
1 versus 2 here. They go in, issue the Hextech ultimatum. Giral looking to find the
in.
damage, but Diamond Prox manages to make this an even fight after all. Trying to go in, back here onto Giral as Seiya shows up. Now it's going to be 3 versus 2. Diamond Prox finding himself in a spot where he's almost not able to escape.
Oh.
Flash into the taunt is able to lock them both down, and Staios flashing over the wall, barely staying alive until double kill comes in from Giral. A
Giral.
lot more farm on the Jax, but just a better KDA on the Camille overall. The gold between the two, a couple hundred gold better for the Jax, but that's about it. This isn't one of those runaway situations. These two are still very evenly matched.
That was a really nice play from Giral.
Definitely evading that counter strike and immediately delivering the Justice a killing spree. Hurricane for White Lotus's Callista. Everybody's starting to get to the point where this team could be very scary, given the right situation.
Oh, they're going again.
Hextech ultimatum a little bit early that time. Won't dodge away from the stun, but he's got Seiya here to make sure this is still not going to be a fair fight. Nice interrupt there using the Justice Punch.
Oh, no.
Counter strike. Giral jumps a little bit too far backwards, but the flash makes sure he gets
You sacrifice for that, and it's extra control. The one bush they had for themselves in the river on the top side of the rift is removed, and Seiya starts to pressure.
Seiya with the taunt, flashing forward to make sure he's able to find Blasting, tries to get the Justice Punch, only lands it onto Edward, as now they're looking to make even more happen. Giral coming over the wall, putting the damage onto Diamond. Hextech ultimatum now issued, knocked backwards with the cast. Very nice placement on that one. Now Seiya coming in with a heroic entrance. Edward's still going to be finding multiple people with the pulverize. He's the first one to go down. Giral's still barely going to be kept alive by the Camille passive. Genthix walking away from the turret. So much damage. The double kill for White Lotus. Make that one a triple, blasting the last man up, and he will not be for long. The last kill goes over to Seiya and the clean ace.
That going.
They're probably, I'm just going to bet that they're saving it for the Nexus. Flash them all 5 at the same time as you take down the enemy Nexus. That's how you make it look clean. But now, Audi and the rest of Lion seeing if they're able to catch out Diamond Prox here, putting a lot of damage onto him. Giral wanting to jump in, but the flash away from the Gragas will keep him alive.
He uses the flash, but he also uses the ultimate throughout all of this, and that's 2 big cooldowns start to go missing, as now they continue to pressure Lion through their bottom lane in the top laners fighting each other.
Edward finding a little bit of damage onto Audi, and I mean a very little bit right there. Giral now going to be drawing the aggro.
Here we go again.
People, here comes the heroic entrance. Staios the one who's going to be burst down very, very rapidly. The Cataclysm coming in, nearly going to be taking him down at the start of the fight. Audi limping away from this fight as Edward now going to be chased down by the rest of Lion Gaming. They're onto the back line of Gambit Esports. Kira's caught out, stunned up, brought down. And Edward tries to get himself out while covering for his team. Lion has found their way onto the inhibitor. They're still fighting Gambit in the back lines as well. It's a 1-kill fight, but it goes the way of Lion. They get the inhibitor.
Position that's set up for a hyper carry. You're not really possessing enough damage right now, and haven't been able to use it at all. So Jhin not having the impact that was needed for a Gambit AD carry, whereas Lion's AD carry, White Lotus, has been going off.
I mean, we've seen a couple curtain calls open up, and it seems like they accomplish practically nothing as they're just absorbed by the front line. Simon Prox walking a little bit too close to that brush, and he has no escape mechanisms left. Might be trying to use the ulti to escape. Does do so for now. Walking away with the stone plate, but White Lotus unstoppable with the damage. Edward now going to be stunned up even through the Alistar ultimate.
Oh, they're diving.
He's still going to drop. In comes Seiya. The dunk into the ground. The double kill for White Lotus. The taunt comes through onto Kira. The triple for White Lotus, looking to make it even more. He's got the quadra.
Oh,
they're going to give it over. The pentakill for White Lotus.
Big pentakill, and the whole game goes towards Lion. They're going to be able to kill the Nexus as they'd like right now. Big performance from the AD carry.
Pentakill, Penta emote, Lion Gaming, what a show. 35 minutes in, they take down Gambit Esports.
They even got that emo, Captain Flowers. I'll give you that one. It was a fantastic showing from the team. A bit slower than you're used to seeing, perhaps, and maybe that mid-game jitters is something we'll have to readdress as it continues for them throughout the play-ins tournament, but so far, and right now, it's only time to celebrate with a victory like that.
Gambit kept things close at the start. They looked better than they did on day number 1, but then Lion found their opportunity to really show off why they are a contender here in the play-in stage, and they looked good doing it. You don't...
For Xie, and he's going to be going against the Orianna, something that we've seen over and over again, but it's just going to be a lot of wave clear, and it means Giral going to be stepping away from the damage top lane. It's just going to be a wet noodle fight between the two big tanks up top.
Yeah, as long as you can keep White Lotus safe, this guy had an amazing performance on the Kog'Maw, an amazing performance so far throughout the play-in stage.
In terms of Team 1, but yes, we're excited. Yes, what?
Because this is really strange. Condi is going in to the blue, level 2, and the Kazakhs went all the way around. Just use the blast cone. This is going to be a fight. They're going to fight each other here.
Yeah, he finds the Mystic Shot. The jump comes in. Condi taking so much damage.
Storm Raiders.
As there it is. Oddi's looking for the kill. Does have the Q back up, but it's a great smite by Condi. He's got the Arcane Shift. Getting it out of the way. He does. Oh, Giral comes in. First blood as he colossally smashes him away. It hasn't necessarily been the split that's about Oddie. I know they have a lot of domestic success, but it hasn't been because of Oddie. It's been because of Seiya. It's been because of White Lotus. And it's brilliant to see that he's come back in here as Zero. Going aggressive. Condi's come down here as well, as White Lotus might be in trouble. He wants to try and get himself out of the way, but the heal does come down. They want to get one onto Zero, but he flashes. Condi grabs the first kill on the bottom side. And Zero, his baiting is still...
Looks like they were saying, okay, mixed call. Are we finishing them? Are we actually going to get support here? And that makes it so they have a TP disadvantage on the top side.
The thing that I really loved about that was Zero's move as well. He made sure that he stayed in for as long as possible before flashing his way out.
Face check.
Oh, this is a disaster. Look at that burst damage as Condi tries to get himself out of the way, but it's not enough. He's trying to bait it forward as Xie, not able to get the damage down in time. That's that.
Yeah, if you're looking for it, you know, it's not going to be under Hasselhoff or anything like that.
Oh my god, that'd be a great Easter egg. It's like, I'm looking at... I know you can't type in which skin you're going to use, but... Oh, that'd be fun. Gen thinks it's going to come in for the engagement. We do have at least the invulnerability from WE, and they're utilizing this time so well. Genthix punished for his engage. Oddie trying to find his way in. He's invisible for the moment, but the shockwave, it picks up Xie, but not much else. And Condi wants to get the aggression down. WE answers the engage so nicely.
This next wave, though, this is Mo spawning here, and both teams looking for an advantage on the jump.
Well, this is what happens when you have a Kha'Zix as well. I mean, having, I guess, the initiation start
TP
is so important, but we got a Weaver's Wall flying forward. Lion have been split up, and Seiya will have to flash if he wants to get himself in there. Stun comes down onto Giral. He's very durable, but can they actually get enough work done? We do have at least auto attacks coming down from White Lotus, but Condi has taken down the Galio. The Rakan White Lotus needs to try and get something done, but Xie gets it with the threaded volley, and Oddie, where was he in this fight? He's now looking for Mystic. The flash is going to get it. But is he going to get punished? That's the question, and absolutely he is. It's just Seiya looking on in horror as the rest of his team gets obliterated.
That's a 4-for-1, and Fleet, you need to be about 15 to hit the Baron over the wall as Tristana. How does Draw a Bead work? Do you know exactly how? I don't know. Well, who cares? Because we've got a Talisman Ascension being popped, the Righteous Glory coming down as well. They don't quite find the engage. And Weaver's Wall just going to set this one up to get Lion away from this Baron. How quickly can WE do it? Yeah, Oddie's trying to look for it. He has a lot of damage if he can get the Q down onto the Baron despite it not being isolated. But this was all a bait. The root comes in. Genthix is going to die immediately, and there's no damage taken by WE. Mystic
Free hitting onto Jerome.
Shockwave!
Shockwave is gigantic, but it's not enough damage. WWE still moving forward. Condi pushing Jural out. Winds of War not going to be enough. And Oddie, they're just moving away from him. Who cares about the Kazakhs because they just move the fight forward. Seiya has to get out of there. It is only a 1-0, but still a win for WE.
And they just heal so much off of that Taric. But that Shockwave was key to keep away WE and stop them from rolling over that fight. They're going to look back at the Baron. There's a sapling setup, and now they're just going to be able to take this.
Well, Seiya's going to try and get something out of this at least. The second Baron of the game is going to go down for WE. It's 30 minutes in.
What's going on with those long reach abilities, and WE were able to play that at an arm's length with their backline.
The thing that I find beautiful here is that we're getting showcases each game of the strength of WE, and now it's the front line. 957 sitting at 006. We've got 007 there as far as Zero is concerned. I feel like, you know, it really is a bit of an homage to the old GoldenEye. Genthix books his way in, and that's a rocket jump to follow him up. Grand entrance not exactly going to be enough as Mystic gets the double jump.
Beautiful from Mystic to get the jump, get the full explosive charge, and then able to get another one to follow. It's insane. This is why you can rely on him, but look at that. Condi's so much damage.
Yeah, Condi's not a fan.
Oddie got it!
When he steals away the Elder Dragon, it is going to mean that it's only 3 members that get it. It's busted. Completely.
4 people, because you're not, I guess, giving it to yourself, so I'll be completely correct.
Well, Condi possibly in trouble as there's the grand entrance. Good
And-
double knock-up. Oddie eviscerates the Ezreal. Sheer comes in with a great seismic shove. And now Zero looking to try and get the work done. Mystic over the side. Picks up the kill onto Genthix so easily. And he's jumping his way forward. In trouble. The double kill comes in. Oddie is going to get smashed by Xie. And on all fronts, WE are getting the revenge. They want to save their jungler. And the Goomba stomping's going to come in. You did not want to taunt that Mystic Tristana because he's going to kill you. And Seiya going to get the same fate as well. The tree picks up 1, and WE just want to finish the game. They'll follow the Super Creeps towards the Nexus. Once again, a very close game, especially for the first 20 minutes, but WE proving themselves the better team. 2 games now against Lion Gaming.
And that'll mean WE are in the play-in knockout stage. They have 3 wins. You don't know if they're number 1 or 2, but they still are moving on.
Yeah, WE home crowd advantage most certainly is there, but I'm pretty sure they've been confirmed into top spot.
Actually, yes,
right?
they are in the top spot because they
is going to be really frightening, and that's what happens every game, Cyrene. We always get contracts hanging out with Jensen. These guys are the Bash Brothers.
I've seen some Alistars go Relic Shield and then go into the Talisman of Ascension later for the movement speed.
Oh, I
Mark?
like this from Mark. Already going aggressive in comparison to what we saw from Bruiser as well.
Well, he does have the Elise on this side too, who's level 3. Gonna get in there on Jensen.
Yeah, Repel is going to come down as the rep up is slowing Jensen. The flash goes forward.
the Cocoon.
Max range, but the cleanse comes in. Fallout in trouble. Sub 100 health, and that's first blood for Jensen. Contract's in trouble, Mark. He wants it. No, he doesn't. And Cloud9 2-0 to start things off.
Here, Sejuani
Surprise,
is here.
surprise.
Elise is here 2 seconds later, and now they're gonna try it again. There's the Cocoon.
Yeah, good movements forward, but it's not going to be enough here for Marv. Jensen just moves his way in. That's going to be an easy 3rd kill for C9. Repel comes down, but there is not a lot of locations for him to go, and an easy double. Now Jensen already off to a flying start. 100% kill contribution. 3-0 and...
That Jensen can play things like this Rise as well as the Sejuani for contracts. And now he's going top again. This was once again something he did the other day. And now he's got contracts and Jensen. They're just teaming up here.
Yeah, Vert is in a lot of trouble. Moving out of the way as Jensen's just going to realm walk his way forward. Vert at least underneath the turret as he flashes his way forward.
Now he has no way to dodge incoming CC.
Impact does need to hit the ruptures.
Yeah.
But he could waste some time here.
Buying time. That's what he's doing. He's going to go down, though.
Yeah, Talir is going to be moving towards the bottom side to try and capitalize, but you can see C9.
Rise. Jensen also started with a Dark Seal. 8 stacks already for that damn thing. He's got so much AP that's been stacking up. And remember, the Rise buff was a 0.4 increase on the ratio of Rune Prison. Typically rises by tier into Catalyst, and you have no AP. So that buff doesn't even come online until later. But now you're already looking at a bonus of almost like 25 damage to what his W is doing on this patch versus before.
Oh no, and they're just going to do it again. Realm Walk isn't available this time, but wasn't exactly necessary last time as well, as Contracts Just a last-minute ultimate to throw forward just to make everyone feel better, and an easy...
And they got those 6 very early on, and then it was all about turret, macro, leveraging your lead. So that's why I'm talking about speedrunning here, because I want to see how quickly Cloud9 are able to accelerate the pace of this game so that they can try to take it quick. And nom nom, full
That is a
combo.
delicious topside. That was about to the tune of 3,000 gold, something like that.
Getting there.
Yeah, that's about 33% more money he has been able to pick up.
Yeah, it's a healthy 8,000 gold lead at 16 minutes
Just
for Cloud9.
But Bert now trying to hold on to this inner turret, the last one remaining. Impact is up towards the top side, but has his teleport available. They won't need it. That is going to be a fantastic engagement from Smoothie. Has the quickness, has the grand entrance, and they're certainly setting themselves up for that, but probably waiting for some sort of Baron buff. Try and get those minions able to break open the base. Impact on the bottom side, getting things shoved forward. As the teleport is available, you can get to 25.
I feel like what Cloud9 will do is wait for the Baron, bait the Baron, turn instead of doing the Baron, because it's a higher variance play to do it, and this is exactly what they're doing here.
Do have the Realm Walk to come in, but it is interrupted, so Jensen not going to have that opportunity. Nice double knock-up comes in, as Vert does have to get himself out of the way. Forlan survives for longer than he probably should have, but does eventually fall down, and Sneaky says no to Redbird. No more jungler available. C9, pretty textbook move towards the Baron. I'm going to be pushing up some Baron-empowered minions. Jensen going to be doing the same thing, but in the mid lane. Just making sure we get these Abyssal Masks away from each other, and Sneaky turret pushing Queen herself, Tristana, will be helping him out, getting rid of this turret very, very quickly. Yes. Impact get to work on the inhibitor, but it looks like they don't even really care about that. They just want to open up this base as much as possible, give them some more room on the killing fields as they look to take down Team 1. 21 minutes now into the game, as this could be the final team fight moving forward. Marth in trouble. He's taking so much damage. Was that Vorpal spikes that did that? I think Sneaky was auto-attacking. We're okay. Impact's not doing that ridiculous damage. The first inhibitor is going to fall. Inevitably, the second one is going to follow. And this has been utter dominance. 15,000 gold the lead. The point-blank ultimate is going to land, and that is no more Talia. Forlan also going to fall down almost incidentally once more, and Bert, he's in trouble. That's 4 swift kills, absolute, no options whatsoever as Impact. He looks basically unkillable. He's at low health, but who even really cares? That still means he's got about 1,000. Nexus turret's now taking fire, and Absolute just has to look on as his base gets decimated. C9, you thought they looked good on day 1. They look damn good starting off day 2. Direwolves had some choice words after that game saying that they'll come back. Chippy's saying, don't worry, Impact, I'll come at you next time. But man, this is looking like a terrifying Cloud9 to go up against.
Chippy's saying, you know, we're ready. Cloud9 saying, come at us. 20.
Exactly how they want to find their one win, but it's not going to be. We talk about Cheese just on the 1% off chance that they do decide to lock it in, but that's not the choice today. Instead, it will be Vert on that Galio. Not that much of a split push champion, and I'm really going to be watching him this game, Rusty, because we got to see a very nice Galio from Seiya last game. I want to see if Vert can do this.
In our Schönfire, of course, he's going to be the one that tries to impact the Rift. Right now, though, we've got something cute going on towards the Galio. They've pinged exactly where he is. Morgana's range is about vision range. This is going to be a big reach.
If they come up behind him...
Oh my god, they are.
They're going all the way behind him with the Morgana binding.
I think they've done some VODs here.
King wants to turn around and make sure that he comes around from the other side. The flag goes through, the binding finds its way on the route down onto Vert. He'll want to get himself over the wall if he can, but he just can't do it. And Schönfire, not in the way we expected, but he does.
Regarding exactly that, who he uses the Black Shield on, when he's using it, and what it's for is going to be something that we do look towards Destiny. So I agree, I'm going to be highlighting him just as much as yourself, as this is a dive top lane from the looks of it.
Oh, this could go very well or very poorly. A lot of damage down on Vert here now. The stun comes through. Schönfire getting himself the kill, but he drops in the process. The flash a bit too late.
The turret, so he takes a lot of his health in damage, and Chippies is just freely farming the top side. What I will say is that was a really good use of teleport timings and exploiting that fact for the Brazilian roster, knowing that Chippies didn't have his just yet. Things are starting to change now.
Chippies takes a lot of damage from the turret there. He does a good job riposting the Justice Punch, but the problem is with riposte, for anybody who doesn't know, it doesn't block turret shots.
No, it does not.
The one thing in the game that it doesn't make you immune to. So when you're doing the riposte underneath the turret when you've already drawn the aggro, you are still going to take quite a lot of damage, which puts Chippies where he is right now. A little bit under half HP. Redbird continuing to trade with
There he
him.
goes.
A grand challenge has been issued. Very nice riposte stun.
Oh, he's got it.
Bert with the outplay, however.
Chippy's had his flash available, but he's not.
About getting there. They've got plenty big of a front line to keep them protected, but there will be a lot of CC on the side of the Direwolves.
Now, this is still a really big window of opportunity, rather, for Team 1. Galio's got the item. They still actually are engaging.
All right, here we go. Direwolves looking to find the fight here onto the bottom lane. Absolute going to be taken down before anything else goes out here. Double kill over onto the AD carry from Direwolves, as now they're going to be chasing down the remaining members of Team 1. Destiny looking to maybe find a binding. Forlan getting himself away in time, and that was way too ham from Team 1's AD carry.
Both teams wanted to make the exact same play at the exact same time, and now Marth is caught.
Trying to use the Petrifying Gaze, but he's not able to find the petrifying part of it. He's got the teammates nearby to potentially still find the kill, and they do. They grab the return damage against their opponents. Marth grabbing the kill credit for that one as the Direwolves continue to push up the bottom side now, both bot
They
lane
may
and
be in
top.
trouble here.
Remember, the Chippies does have the ultimate. He has the blue buff as well. No ultimate available onto the Cassiopeia. Pops off the repose, trying to keep himself alive. Binding comes through.
Chippy.
Marth gets taken down. Chippies with the damage, but now he's in a 2 versus 3. Schernfire showing up, trying to even this fight out. Destiny tries to keep him alive with the Black Shield so he can get away from the CC in time. Redbird fires off the winner's bite. Doesn't find anybody with it just yet. Chippy's still trying to get away on this one.
Oh, he's out.
Tagged up, wants to take the blast cone and meet it anyway.
Yep, even dodges it.
He even dodges it. Chippy's with the moves, making sure he can help the team get the victory here, cement themselves in second place as Team 1 moves over to the Infernal Drake for the second time this game. Direwolves not wanting to give this one away, but they'll have to settle with doing that anyway. Bert now on the front line, exactly where you want your Galio to be, able to find the taunt onto 2. There
King.
comes your lockdown onto King, bursting him down. Team 1's able to find the AD carry. Now can they look for more? Vow done soon on Schernfire, which means that much more tankiness for both himself and whoever he decides to attach that to, whether it's Fantix or King.
They're about to find Destiny.
Destiny face checking into the tri-brush here, starts to take a lot of damage. Absolute Forlan closing in on this one too. Schernfire trying to walk his ally out. He's the one who gets stunned, and they should be able to bring him down here. Absolute grabbing the kill credit.
Opportunity and turning around and suddenly realize that maybe that wasn't the best idea after all, and it subsides.
Chippy's coming in maybe for a
another
flank.
teleport.
TP channel. Fantix wanting to come in here. Petrifying Gaze comes out, but Marth is going to be caught between a rock, a hard place, and a Fiora. Goes down to Chippy's. Marth grabbing the kill onto King in retaliation, though. It's 1-for-1, but the mid lane turret falls.
So the turret's going to drop. They've got the package. They've got the ability to set up now for what is good.
For Direwolves, they need to be in position for this. They cannot afford to allow their opponents to have a 3-0 Infernal.
Forlan's in position.
Forlan
Steal.
may be able to steal this one away. Jumps over the wall into the pit. How's it going to go? Nope, it's secured by the Direwolves. Forlan, the first casualty in the fight as well. Redbird wanted to go over the wall, uses the flash to do so.
Team 1, they get the mid lane turret while they're going. He exits in the correct direction. No Baron to be seen. It was a big bait from the Direwolves. They never actually wanted the objective as Forlan. He's stopping recalls, but I'm not sure if he wants that.
Stopping weak. Recalls just charging head first into the enemy team. Fantix very low on mana here. Glacial Prison coming down, managed to find its way onto him. Black Shield to protect Fantix a little bit longer. Redbird wanted to jump in as well. Nice binding onto Absolute. King barely walking away from this one, but I don't know how much longer he will be. Redbird grabbing the kill. Christmas Direwolves still up about 3,000 gold. 25 minutes into the game. Down 1 kill though. Turret's dead even. No tier 2s taken yet, but all tier 1s dead across the board. Schernfire in a little bit of danger here, but Black Shield keeping him away from the CC, and there's that agency we were talking about for Destiny. Being in the right place at the right time with the right shield means you can keep people alive. But now Chippy's the man in trouble. The CC coming down, the damage comes in from both Marth and Absolute. That Fiora is not getting away today.
The kill on the Chippies, of course they're going to start off this Baron. The question is, can they stop it? Chippies has, Fantix has teleport, but he's pushing.
Fantix still pushing in that bottom lane, not using the TP yet. Now coming in, King
There it
throws
goes.
the ulti into the pit. Baron is very low. Schernfire goes into the pit. It's secured by Absolute, and Schernfire ends up giving away his life for the try. Fantix now escaping from Vert, who utilizes...
Starting to scale at Snowball. Those two carries will be doing a lot of damage.
Black Shield onto King so he can stay on the front line without worrying about the CC. Package delivery from Fantix. Valkyrie right back into the middle of 3 people. They grab the kill into Redbird, but they trade their mid laner for it. Now Absolute having to run away from Chippies, who has the grand challenge down, but he's going to be knocked away by the ulti. A double kill for Absolute.
Absolute plays that fantastically. Even the riposte that was baited, Chippies thought he was going to ult him back to...
Now to under a 1,000 gold lead. As the Direwolves may have found Absolute. A nice binding into the fog of war. The dunk comes through too, and they shut him down.
And that is so big for them as well. Killing the Trist in the game is just a big lull. They want that next big objective to fight towards, and right now it looks like Fantix is the objective.
Fantix being collapsed on by multiple members. Flash into the Glacial Fissure, and the damage from Absolute is absolutely enough to take him out. Fantix
Being pushed in, really crazy decision.
The priority from Direwolves right now just seems to be in the wrong place in the completely wrong time. Absolute plenty of damage on this Tristana. They push through the tier 3. They'll push into the inhibitor itself. Direwolves trying to make their way back up here. Fantix will be alive in 3 seconds. The Wolves want to collapse. They want to punish this. They still don't have their mid laner. Schernfire trying to initiate on Divert, but that's not really the guy you want to start this off on. Nice Sejuani ulti onto King. They've already found the enemy AD carry, but they lose their Galio. Chippy's having to run himself back. Absolute still alive. Marf still alive. The damage dealers on 1 are there. Binding fired off, not finding its way onto the mark. Fantix has package ready for delivery. Wants to try to use it. Sejuani separated from the rest. Loses their inhib. They lose their tier 3, and they only trade 1 for 1 after. Now they're going to lose Schernfire if they're not careful. Absolute wants to go over the wall. The flash for the stun.
They're still going.
Forlan now also setting up the damage and the moves on to Destiny. A double kill for the AD carry from Team 1. All the way into that escape path for Chippies. Chippies' riposte honestly was beautiful when he got caught out in that initial fight. If he hadn't riposted that the way that he did, he surely would have gone down.
And now they've got Fantix in the top side of the map, so Team 1 can start this off. He's going to have to teleport, but they'll just kill the Corki.
All right, here we go. TP used. Fantix on the front line, knocked up into the air, has to utilize the QSS, trying to keep himself safe, trying to do the damage. Unstoppable for Absolute's Tristana. He finds a double kill onto Schernfire now as well. King going to be taken down next. A triple for the Trist. More damage coming through. Marf grabbing the kill onto King. Absolute stays alive, and it's a clean ace for Team 1.
They take them apart, and now the game will follow. So Team 1 Esports, they force the tiebreaker against the Direwolves. Oceania does not get the free run straight into the playoffs.
Hope stays alive for the CB LOL representatives. They will get their shot at the tiebreaker. They will have one last chance to prove they get to go to that knockout stage, to prove they belong here competing even further at Worlds 2017, and they have got to be both ecstatic and relieved at the outcome of this game.
And to show they have what it takes to compete on this stage right now, taking apart the Direwolves. Remember the last time these two teams faced each other, the Direwolves smashed them. Something that you may not have expected, but it happened. So to see this bounce back from Team 1, to see them lose so heavy, there was a Yasuo into LeBlanc as the pick of choice, and let's just say that the Yasuo was incredibly fed, unreasonably fed, and they won in 25 minutes. WWE lost in 25 minutes, so perhaps this pays homage to that just a little bit.
The mind games, they're just trying to psych him out, saying, oh, lane's already over. 1 CS before minions spawn. Blasting just hanging around here with the Pugmaw. There's the return of that skin that I missed out on yesterday. Edward throwing the snowball out onto Mystic. A lot of slow effectiveness from that one. Oh, the exhaust. They're going all the way in on this one. Mystic, they want to pop some kind of a summoner on him. They at least get his heal. Exhaust for heal on these guys. No chill at all. They're going back in. The flash away from Mystic. They're popping the heal to go after him. It's first blood for the Dogmaw.
Mystic, I mean, I guess he wanted a ward in the bush, but Mystic's just gonna get blasted and die to the dog.
This game is great.
Here comes Condi at 957. You don't get a free red buff.
All right, WE flexing those muscles, trying to steal this one away, but it's Diamondprox who gets it now. 957 on the run, but Kira's made the rotation as well, and it's a 2-0 game. To attack, if it's been snowballed, you just get the sensor bonus. So very nice for the Kog'Maw on that one. Diamondprox wanting to come down into this bottom lane, see if they can make this lead even larger.
Very achievable.
Slow comes out. There's your Pulverize. Snowball finding its way onto Mystic yet again. Diamond wants to go in, and he's got the flash. The moves from Gambit Esports this game, finding these kills time again. But Condi takes down that pesky Kog'Maw.
At least they get the trade. Diamond Prox and Edward, though, still...
Set up a bit of a trap here. Him and Zero waiting.
Oh, this
at
is
Blast Cone.
the longest long con.
Blasting, wandering back down there as he sees them go over the wall.
He hasn't... What
He's walking right into it anyway. What the hell?
He was like, you can't be shopping. What was he doing?
I'm not quite sure, Rusty.
That is a significant advantage for Xie, though, even when you look at just the experience. It was 5-3 up until these minions equalized that a little bit more. That's kill threat.
Nope, there's the flash. Thought Kira was going to be in trouble there for a second, but managed to get himself out of it. Now they're going in. They got Diamond Prox here as well. Xie trying to keep himself alive, but he's got backup. Stun comes out, Windwall goes over the wall. The kill from Xie to start this one off, as they might be able to find even more on Diamond now. Kandi's got plenty of damage, but Xie
3.
Right.
Hang on. We've actually just died 3 times for no reason. Maybe we should make a play.
Maybe we should play the game seriously now. We've entered twice before 2 minutes. It's time to shape up a little bit. They've done just that. Berserker's Greaves now onto Kandi's Graves means he'll be able to get up in people's faces that much more effectively. And right now, he's making his way down towards the bottom lane. Blasting going to be ignited, stunned up. Mystic with the damage on this one. Kandi shows up, drops the smoke screen. Walks up to grab himself the auto attack, and it's Edward who's now going to be kill number 2, maybe double kill for Kandi. Kira wanted to come in there.
He wants it.
Up Mystic. He gets himself stunned. He still wants to make the play, but I don't think he's going to get it. It's a triple for Kandi.
And Kandi's now 4-0-1 after all of these. And there's vision for both of them. They know the Alistar's going to show himself at Tribush now. They've got the
You
jump.
gotta get him. You gotta go. There's the prison. There's the damage and blasting. Take
they're
this
teleporting, though.
Picture. Kandi wants to come in, clear these guys up. It's teleport, more teleport. Rumble ulti comes down. Edward drops first. 957 trying to get more damage down as Steos looks to make a meal out of him. Knock up with the rupture. Flashing away, but here comes the rest of the damage. The feast not enough, and Kandi finds unstoppable to be his streak with the damage on that one. Diamond Prox barely walking away. Blasting needs one more auto attack. Gets it onto 0, but now he's going to be taken down by the flames of 957. Wants to put that passive to use, but can't quite. But Blasting's Kog'Maw. He's got 3 kills. He's got more farm than the Vayne too. Working on getting that Blade of the Ruined King. GA about to get turret first blood, though.
Getting the claps for the turret.
You gotta get excited, man. We got us a high-octane game. 17 kills, 12 minutes. Diamond Prox about to be cooked up like Christmas dinner on this Sejuani. Oh, he sidesteps it. He's ready to go, but now Edward trying to keep himself alive. Can't quite do it. Mystic about to find the kill onto Blasting as well. The double kill for the Vayne. Doesn't matter if the Kog'Maw passive finds its mark or not this time. Steos going after 957, getting the silence, getting the rupture. Still looking for even more. Able to find more attacks with the E, and he manages to get the feast.
And he's going to get out with 1 tower shot to spare as Kira may not want to be in this position.
Not again. More damage comes through. Not quite enough. Flashing back in. GA. Could this be his first death? The Sejuani's after him. He's hungry for blood. Not quite getting the second part of it. And Nunu, the snowball for the shutdown. Oh, big C from him, but he gets himself the kill. He shuts down that enemy LeBlanc, and that'll provide a little bit of extra breathing room for the Yasuo. Diamond Prox goes over the wall with the blasting cone, thinking about setting this one up. Feast almost available yet again for Steos.
He's just going to have to walk through the turret, I guess.
Yup. He walks up and gives his buddy a rupture and then leaves. He's like, okay, here you go.
And now Xie's top.
Now Xie's going to grab the kill onto him. Rupture thrown down, but I don't know if that's going to be enough, Rusty. Double kill up in the top lane. Might just be the same down here in the bottom side. Blasting with that Blade of the Ruined King, putting some good damage down on Mystic, whose attack speed is going to be sapped. Living Artillery over the wall doesn't find its 0 and 6 on the Graves. Once he gets involved in the fight, he's really scary.
The power of Kandi's about to compel him.
957 finds him. Kandi dashes past the rupture, point blank on that Graves. Can he hit the ulti this time? You're right next to him. Okay, he doesn't even need it. 957, killing spree. A jungle creep from your enemy. Diamond Prox trying to figure out an opportunity to maybe look for something down here, just hanging out behind his boys, seeing if his opponents try to collapse, he'll be there, ready to go, ready for that counter initiation.
There's 4 here from WE though, so the counter initiation may not be ideal.
Yeah, the counter initiation might just get bopped a little bit, but it's actually Mystic who's now in some trouble. Diamond Prox needs one more hit to take him, and he does do it, but it's Blasting who gets blasted. It's Edward who goes with him. It's Diamond Prox who burns to a crisp, and it's GA who gets the solo kill onto Kira for... Edward, ooh, flash away thanks to the Nunu, but now he's going to be interrupted as soon as he starts the Absolute Zero. Root comes out, GA grabs a kill. Kira going after Condi, but no! I think that's a lot like what happened when the real Samurai left the world, Rusty. They had to fight guys with guns. Swords don't beat guns. Diamond Prox, 4 riders don't beat crossbow. He's going to be taken down.
WE,
I guess that's kind of just the lesson that we're learning here as Condi pushes up bottom lane. He's got Shelly ramming her head into the turret.
Oh, here we go again. Round 2.
All right, Steos wants to make a meal out of him, but the Rupture won't find it. He's just
Condi's
so
not
fast
done.
with the Storm Raiders.
Here he comes. What are you going to
Oh,
do?
Steos, nope, he's out of there. GA grabs the killing spree. WE grabs the...
I'll give them that. They are not going to relent in any way with their aggression. It doesn't mean
TP.
WE are going to slow down.
Here we go. Oh, GA's just like, nope, get out of here, Blasting, you're done. Teleports right up top of him and just kills him.
I always admire the Cogmore decision making if I have to go to the minions.
Yup, I've got to stay here. It doesn't matter. Mystic trying to fight his way out of this one. He's got the backup now. Edward goes down first. Mystic stays alive. Steos tries to get the feast, but he can't do it. He doesn't even have the cooldown. 957 throws his equalizer the wrong way, but he still gets a double kill. Steos runs back into the bushes. 957 goes golden, and Steos gets slammed up against the wall.
And they'll give the kill to Mystic. He deserves something after getting all of this focus. He had to watch a 1v1 happen all over
All
again.
right.
Here we go.
Oh, GA! Kira tries to go in, but he just doesn't have the damage. It's only a 14,000 gold lead at 21 minutes. Come back for one of these every day. No big deal.
I think it's fair to say with...
Oh!
that was 2 people in a bush. I didn't even see them.
Neither did GA, but it didn't matter. He was right there with the reaction and gets away. Oh,
that
now he walks right
one.
back into it. But he still doesn't care. Look at the damage he does to Edward.
Blasting. Poor
All right,
Pugmore.
0. Yep.
Leave the pug alone.
The pugs are going to be on the endangered species list after this one. Mid lane inhibitor. It's down, almost. They want to get the kills if they can. They don't really care about objective.
In case you guys haven't noticed, this game doesn't mean a whole lot for the outcome of the tournament. We're at 22 minutes, and they are breaking inhibitors, though.
They're about to break the Nexus. The wind wall comes out, but Zero goes in deep into the back lines. Kira's already out of there. The stun on a Diamond Prox. The flash forward from 957. Legendary for Condi on this Graves. GA in the back line just showing off those fancy feet. The teleports back to the previous distortion markers. Nexus turret number 1 falls 22.5 minutes into the game. Big old minion wave baroned up. Condi firing off the end of the line into the Nexus, just bouncing it on back.
Oh, get it,
Mystic
Mystic.
goes into final hour mode. Oh, nearly gets himself killed. Better be careful about that one. Steos. I don't know how careful he's going to be. Condi just face tanks all of them and doesn't care.
Oh, no!
Perfect game ruined by a tennis ball. Blasting manages to blast him out of the game.
Oh no, WE, they can't end. They're not just going to be chased
Oh,
down.
no. Kira tries to go in, but he just gets bopped. Blasting gets bopped. 957 is legendary. Diamond Prox runs for his life. I don't think Mystic cares too much.
I guess they've decided to end the game.
I guess
here.
they want to end the game instead. WE takes down Gambit. Their group stage performance will end with a perfect record, and Gambit will leave the world stage in 2017 in one of the most entertaining ways I think they possibly could have.
Exactly right. If nothing else, they had fun doing it. The last game meant nothing
They
to
were good
Gambit.
sports.
WE wanted to have the perfect game, but they also made sure that they were there to have fun just as much as Gambit were. Both teams acknowledging that was what the state of the game was going to be.
Look at the smiles
Exactly.
on the players' faces. They know exactly what that game was. It was a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully as much fun to play in. I assume, especially on the side of WE, you get to walk around one-shotting people. That's normally pretty fun.
Yeah, we had 25 stacks on Mijais for the LeBlanc for GA.